Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome, wherever you are and whenever you get to watch tonight's show from around the globe. Yes, we are global. I'm Big Joe Shep, your host for this evening, and I am one of the brand ambassadors at OneStream Live. Yes, I know you all know who we are, but welcome anyway. So tonight we're delving deep into affiliate marketing strategies with practical insights for your live streaming. And we know live streaming is the core of helping you to elevate your brand and to build a thriving, engaged community. In episode 3 of our 4-part series in April this month on affiliate marketing, we're incredibly fortunate to have and to welcome OneStream Live's premier affiliate marketer, the great Monty Weaver, is in the studio with me in a couple of moments. Monty's impressive experience in affiliate marketing is nothing more than phenomenal, really. He's a media genius, he's a photographer, he's an Amazon Live influencer, and much more besides. We look forward to chatting with him in just a second. His strategies have actually transformed countless businesses and creators worldwide, and he's just a damn fine egg. So fantastic to have him here tonight. So please keep it right here for the next 30 minutes, because it's Tuesday. It's 8 p.m. Ireland, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and equivalent across the globe. And it's your usual 30-minute roundup of all things live streaming and digital engagement, brought to you by courtesy of OneStream Live. It's the Big Joe Show. And as we all know, there's no show like a Big Joe Show. Welcome. And as if by magic, the great man himself is here. Monty Weaver, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm really good. Listen, seriously, thanks very much for your time. I know that you're absolutely maxed out, and we were genuinely lucky to get you on. Anyway, listen, tell us briefly about yourself, Monty, where you're from, and very briefly, how long you've been into this game, because you've been in a while and you're a serious player. Let us know.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It's been awesome chatting with you pre-show here. Yeah, for those that don't know who I am, my name is Monty Weaver. I got started with like live streaming for myself and helping people around 2016. But I've actually been in this video and audio and learning this thing since I was a teenager. Now, it might not look like it, Big Joe, but I just turned 41. So I've got about 25 years doing this thing a little bit. So it's been fun learning audio, video, and then seeing how it has rapidly changed. And we go from one thing when we're trying to like figure out little mini DVs, and I had the overhead projector with the little transparent papers, to now like literally we can go live on our cell phones using like professional software. So I've been doing this for a little while, but 2016 is really where I kind of put myself out there and showed people my knowledge, essentially let them know that, hey, there's a way that you can actually live stream like to the world and go live to people in real time. I'm based in Virginia, so like we're talking across the ocean essentially in real time, which is crazy when you sit there and think about that. And we're just doing it ourselves with the help of OneStream. So I'm glad to be here. I'm excited for the conversation and everybody that's going to be joining us or watching by replay. I'm always excited to talk about video live streaming.
Brilliant. Good man yourself. Listen, let's get started with the fundamentals. So, in the view of Monty Weaver, who's been doing this 25 years ago, I wish I was that young again. Seriously though, having a clearly defined marketing strategy is essential. What is it about having that clearly defined strategy is important to you, mate?
Yeah, it helps you identify like what you're actually doing and where you want to go. Like I remember in 2016, like not having a marketing strategy at all. It's so much so that I literally just showed up raw. I didn't really know business. I worked in a professional field, so I didn't have a strategy of like going out and saying, "Hey, come over here and visit me and see my services." And I definitely didn't have a strategy for selling any product that I created after that. So you really do need to think about how you're going to market your services, market who you are as a brand, outside of yourself, and it's so important now. And I've been spending uh probably for the last year kind of retooling some of my business, and a big part of that is like, what does my marketing effort really look like? How often am I really going to show up on video, making sure that I'm paying attention to the message I'm delivering? Because for a long time I would just go and just show up, really have a clear defined message, so the audience viewer wouldn't know where to go, where to click, what to do, what I offered. So it's very important. It helps keep you in alignment to where you ultimately want to go.
Yeah, superb. And do you know what? I think that, Jesus, I'll get me coat now and go, because I think, excuse me, seriously, that one bit of advice for people tonight. There will be people who will watch this across all levels and will think, you know what? If someone like the great Monty Weaver is re-pivoting, if you like, re-analysing constantly about where he is and what he's doing, then the rest of us who are struggling to get by, it's a massive mindset change, because you go into business, you want to do this, but then you suddenly realize, actually, I don't have some of those things in place. Then you beat yourself up about it, and sometimes you just take a step back, don't you, and say,
Yeah.
you know, look, I've done this. It's okay. I'm good at it. But for you, what are really some of the key steps or actions that you take to make sure that then that strategy actually delivers results in the real world?
Yeah, I want to be able to make sure I can measure it. So, my YouTube channel has been the biggest marketing platform for me. I was on a lot of other platforms prior to 2020. And in 2020, when I decided to just focus on the YouTube platform, it literally became my largest marketing vehicle for providing services. I literally was able to go down to Florida. Like, I had a company pay me to come down there to provide live streaming services in the middle of a pandemic. And so the only way that they actually knew who I was is because they saw videos of me talking about video and live streaming. So that was my marketing. Yes, I was talking to other people like us that kind of like gear and stuff, but being able to show them what I was capable of doing, I call it my online digital resume. So if they ask, "Hey, can you provide this service?" I would like, just go to my YouTube channel. That's my marketing. So I would literally just send people to YouTube to see the videos that I was creating, and I would be able to document projects that I was doing so they could see, okay, I've done a boxing event, I've done a corporate event, I do churches, like weddings, funerals. I know how to do live streaming pretty much for every scenario. So it became my marketing plan. So it's really been a way for me to make sure that, I document it for myself, but when I allow my viewers and those potential customers to see it, now I can measure how well the marketing is working. Because if I'm seeing views go up on this video, I'm like, oh man, that's something that I can really educate more on. I can provide coaching, training, the video about how to set this up remotely. That's always been a big one for sports. If you're out live streaming a sporting event, those videos take off really well for me. So I know that in my marketing, measurement is, okay, there's X amount of views. Let me do another video or an additional training on it. And so that helps the funnel. So it's always funny to me when people talk about the marketing funnel. My marketing funnel top level has always been YouTube, because it's just been working for me.
That's superb. Just before I ask you the next question, you're welcome to tonight's show. Facebook user looking good. The only person who says that is my brother from another mother, Dave Williams in Wales. Without even looking, Dave, good evening to you. If that is you, if it's not, then good evening to everybody. If you have any questions for the great Monty tonight, then please ask them away. Great point just then. Before I ask you this question, one of the things I think we worry about getting things absolutely perfect. Whereas the reality is, in life, we fail our way to success. So since I went from this 7-year journey from hobby to hobby, business to business last year, I got rid of my Facebook page for the business because it just wasn't doing anything. I was everywhere, but doing nothing, if you're with me. And so now, even 14 months on, so everybody knows that we've got this every week for, I'm brand ambassador for OneStream Live. I'm just working on some other stuff now to team up, joint venture partners I love working with. So I'm now digging, and I'm going from macro into micro. I've done enough throwing the mud against the wall, and it hasn't bothered me because some of the awareness has been raised. Did you find that in the early days you were doing lots of stuff before you then drove in, but it didn't bother you because the universe, I think, has a way of saying where we should be at a given time?
Yeah. I was definitely taking my skill sets and kind of like throwing it all out there, not understanding that if I was to focus in a certain area, it would probably expedite my growth. So from 2016 to 2020, I was everywhere. The same thing. I was on every different platform except for YouTube. And what's crazy is when I focused just on YouTube from 2020 through that whole calendar year, I grew from 120 subscribers to over 20,000 subscribers in that one calendar year. Caveat, we did have a global pandemic, but if I wasn't on YouTube, then I definitely still would have not been seen. So to your point, yeah, I was everywhere, but when I focused on that one platform, the growth just came.
Excuse me, I sat down the week and I wrote a Venn diagram of the things that were important to me. So there was me in the middle there streaming with OneStream Live and with a couple of key clients, a couple of key marketing agencies that we're going to be working with over the next 12 months. And then the other two, one was the academy side. So, excuse me, we can train the next gen. And the other one was online virtual expos where we can help small and local businesses. But I then realized that was taken me from there down into there. But those two other things, I now need to find the right people to work with. And I've now become comfortable. So I've not thrown as much against the wall anymore, but I'm still doing some. But I know longer term, one of those joint venture partners is in Australia. She runs a marketing agency for small business in Australia. She's 11 hours, 10 hours time difference from me, but it works. We've done stuff together. So eventually we're going to, at some point this year, we're going to do a combined live streaming and podcast with a YouTube manager, with a podcast manager. That will transition itself at some point, close my eyes, see this, into a TV channel. So it naturally brings you, but I'm not bothered by the whole thing. People said to me, why don't you, we're talking about affiliates, you're the top affiliate man. Why don't I, if you like, flog to death affiliate? Because I've not been in a position where I've either wanted to, felt I was right to. I wanted to I wanted to become a key person of influence within the industry, even small and niche. Are you with me? That was what was important to me, rather than just throw a whole pile of things out there. So to hear your story, that those 4 years where you almost that foundation and you got through it. But here's a question. Multi-channel marketing is crucial. I mean, I love one of the things that OneStream Live allows us to go to 45 different platforms and a website, etc. Do you still, though, do any multi-channel marketing, Monty?
Yeah, to a limited degree. So I'm retooling a little bit, but when I do go multi-channel, I really think a lot about having a focus on a platform still. So if I go multi-channel, it depends on the platform I've really focused in on, because those of us that solo create, we know that you can have like screens going on over here to manage all of them, or you're trying to read all the comments, so there's a lot going on constantly. So when I do multi-stream, I am still really focused on, okay, which audience is maybe the largest one, or which one does this message really appeal to the greatest. So being on the Amazon platform, the Facebook platform, been trying to do a little bit of LinkedIn. So YouTube is still the bread and butter one. So I'm not gonna I'm not going crazy if it doesn't work on the other platforms yet, because I already know the focus. But I do want my presence there, because I've had opportunities where people will say, well, hey, you're not on this platform, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I know, let me put something over here, because I'm here, I'm available, but they're on another platform. So I have had to make sure that I'm constantly, okay, let me have a presence on these other platforms. I might be not as consistent, but I do need a presence on these other platforms.
Yeah, for sure. I tend to think that, especially from an affiliate perspective, because you don't know who you're going to pick up, and you only need to pick up one. It's like network marketing, I suppose, isn't it? You only need to pick up one because you don't know where that individual's going to go. I often think now, let's not deny it. Facebook, shows a post at 2.5% to 5% less, actually, in reality. So it's a funnel for me to drive them where that you want to go. So my drive for clients would be driving them to the website. But interestingly, the way that YouTube has changed now, that is becoming my new focus over the rest of this year to grow that. Do you repurpose that content as well? Do you do a repurpose package? So you'll do a live stream, and do you do anything else with that?
I would love to do it more. I know a lot of the content that I talk about lives greater than a week. So I would love to like repackage that on different platforms and even on the same platform. It's about workflow for me. So when I can get my workflow to make it make sense and I can, you know, because the crazy thing, there's so many tools, and I literally just did a video on this on my other channel about tool overload. Like we have so many tools that I'll find myself digging into these other tools, learning, okay, this one can do this one can do this, and I never actually do the thing I'm actually supposed to be doing. So if I can stay focused a little bit better, I will do better at actually repurposing my content. And that's a little bit when we were talking about pre-show, I've kind of like retooled some of the things I'm doing with the business because I want to make sure that my repurposed content is just as good, if not better than my main content. Because what live stream allowed me to do is like work on speaking. Because before 2016, you were not going to find me in front of a camera, and especially not talking on a microphone. So over the years, I've learned that like I can put a sequence to my show, how to better stay on topic for longer periods of time. So when I do repurpose my short content, it actually makes sense to the person that's going to watch the 60-second clip. They're not going to watch me talking about live streaming and then audio and lights all in like the same 30 seconds and leads to nowhere. So I am going to do better at that because I have learned to train myself at more so staying on topics when I'm live streaming, because you know how easy it is to like go in the comments and you start having conversations over there, and it's like you can't really repurpose that because nobody knows what that means. So I try to, because I love my live stream audience. I feel if you take time out of your day to watch me in a live, that is a huge deal.
Yeah.
So I really am engaged with them, but I also have to know I need to stay on track so I can repurpose this content so the people that don't see me live, they can actually enjoy it as well.
Yeah, superb. And I'm glad you've shared that with us, because when I set up my company, Livestream Solutions, one of the things we provide is what I classed as live streaming as a service. I defined that title because, not being a techie, I had to learn what SaaS was. So I came up with with LAS, live streaming as a service. That literally what we provide is the product, and you know that OneStream Live allows us to do. I then came up with a digital engagement business package, which was we take the stream and then again you can go down a rabbit hole, as you just pointed out. So use Opus clips or anything like that. Again, I'm not a techie, but do some shorts, 3 or 4 shorts from the live stream, 3 or 4 shorts, download it and put it into a podcast. It goes into a totally different arena, a different reach, different engagement. Write an accompanying blog article if you've got a 4-part series or a one show a month type thing. And I've got my own licensed social media content scheduling service. Brilliant. But I was trying to learn all of those things, and in the end it was like, I can provide them. I need to find the people who, it's like saying AI will take your job. No, it won't. Somebody who knows that piece of software will take your job. And that's where I'm gotten that from. The idea was brilliant. You with me? And again, it comes back to timing and how much an individual can do without, so finding those joint venture partners was important. But there's a balance, and if you can't do it, then do what you are good at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Storytelling. So everything in streaming is about telling a story. How do you? I saw you going on a scooter on your site. Man, I was just, you had me in fits. You were just like almost, you were talking to the camera, but almost like you forgot the camera was there. It was so natural. You got out of the box, you went round, and it was like, I almost thought you were going to ride off into the
You've been
sunset.
doing your homework, Joe. You've been doing your homework.
That was the story in itself. Your actions were the story. So, you know, what are some tips from somebody at your level about, you know, telling the story and how you do that, and call to action tips? How do you do all that best? Because you're very good at it. It's very natural.
I appreciate it. I guess for me, in order for me to turn on the camera, I have to be comfortable. So by nature, I'm the introvert. I'm the guy that's going to go to the networking meeting and not network with anybody. Like that is me. So I have had to learn what works for me. And that's what I encourage people that want to get on video or start live streaming. I am very comfortable letting you know I made a mistake. Like, hey, oops, I bumped the microphone. Oops, I knocked this. Like, because then it lets me know that I'm just here. I'm just hanging out with a buddy of mine, a friend of mine, a colleague, and it's more of the realness. So when I tell a story or kind of share people with me my journey, like I am okay with messing up. And for the longest, I would think in my mind, oh my gosh, did I say that right? Did I do this right? Maybe I should have said it this way. I used to do that all the time. And what I found was like the people that were really listening to me, that were really there for the message I had, they didn't care about that stuff. Like they only came for what they were looking for. So if I could help them this microphone and connect it to their computer that they hadn't used in 3 years and they didn't know it was still a viable option, that's all I cared about. And so for me, it was like, okay, I'm on here. I'm okay with messing up. I'll even tell you I messed up. But as long as I could deliver the information, then they were good. And what's cool about, being in this space for so long, I'm really good at what I do. Like I know what I know. And so I had to embrace that as well. Like I have certifications. I've worked for some major companies and like I've got some degrees and so and we all have that stuff. We all have a level of expertise in some area, whatever that area is. So I just came with that confidence onto camera. So when I tell you of how I would go to another state and we had to redo the infrastructure for the VTC because it was, I don't know if you remember back in the day, it would be like green pixelated. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I know how video and audio works on the backbone. Like I know protocols. So, but to the average person, like that's well over their head. But if I ever need to go back in my bank and pull it out, like I know how this stuff works. So I was very confident in talking about this information when I showed up on camera. Now, I got a little 3-year-old. So if you ask me, some of the stuff about how to do my daughter's hair, I ain't as confident in how to do it and how to tell you how to do it. But I can tell you that, hey, we did it this morning because I literally did this morning. And she was like, no, daddy, I want my bun up here. And I was like, well, I don't know how to quite. Yeah, so my confidence level in sharing with other people isn't as strong as it is telling you, hey, this microphone is my favorite microphone I ever used because of X, Y, and Z. And so, when I show up on camera and telling my stories, like I'm fine because I'm cool with myself. And I think a lot of people just have still to this day, they're just not comfortable with themselves. And if you can learn to just, be fine with who you are, then I think it comes to the camera more naturally. And then I look at some of the comments that I get on my channel and they like, hey, you're a real person. I'm like, yeah, I'm just like you. So yeah.
And and that's, we were talking before we came on air about that, that ability. Everything is in the prep and the planning, but enjoying yourself once you go live, having that confidence yourself to be able to do it. I mean, you've the affiliate thing, which has grown and grown for you. That comes for me from building that thriving, engaged community. It's almost a spin-off. So layering what you're saying, the elevating brands, building a thriving, engaged communities, build that know me, like me, trust me, showing people that you can, you've got the confidence in it, that it's not that difficult to do, that somebody ordinary could do what we are doing, which then leads into you join, you're an affiliate. What's your process though on the whole affiliate thing? Is it a big part of your life, or was it just a natural organic grow from those things I've just outlined?
This is funny, Joe. So, so when I started learning about how to make money online, affiliate marketing was one of those things that regularly came up in the search terms, right? So I would look and there's these programs and how to do this and do that. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I can make a whole bunch of money and be an affiliate for this. And what I found, Joe, was all that information sucked. And it's because they never told you that you needed to drive traffic in order to get people to click to buy the thing. So you can know everything about the product, how it was used, everything, and be an affiliate. But if you had no audience,
Yeah.
like who is actually going to click and buy? So then I was like, okay, this affiliate thing makes, but I need to grow an audience in order to do this. And so I actually had like put it on the back burner because I was like, I'm not going to fool with it because
Mhm.
I have my Facebook friends. So only a couple people see that, and I think that was the only real platform that I was on at the time, or I was on Periscope. For anybody that remembers Periscope, I was on that platform. But if you weren't live, like nobody ever came to your channel. So you had to be live and constantly talking about it over and over and over again. So I was like, all right. So when I jumped on YouTube and I just put the link in my description, I didn't really think affiliate marketing at the time. I just thought, okay, I am an affiliate for it. I'll just put it in there. But I was not even thinking about driving traffic to it for the sake of that. And then what I ended up learning by default was the fact that if I started to provide tutorials around things that I was an affiliate for, then that's when it really took off for me. So either someone already had the product and they just came there for my information, or they would come across it because they needed it and then they would purchase because I was an affiliate for it. So I really stumbled upon actually making it work. I was very familiar with what it was, but I stumbled into actually making it work for me. So even now I think about I'm more thoughtful in the videos. It's wild because I just to do a video and I wouldn't really care. And I still to this day, for the most part, I don't really care what I use to demonstrate the point. But now I have to be more cautious, like, okay, what product am I using in the video? Because people are going to ask me what that product is,
For sure.
or make sure that, I have it linked to my Amazon storefront. So the prep, I have to do a lot more prep now. It's like, okay, what light am I using? What desk do I have? What pillows in my background? What plant? Where'd you get the plant from? Everything that I never thought about people would ask for, they ask for it. And so all of that is affiliate. And so when I started using OneStream, that's how it happened. I was people, a lot of large audience of mine is the church nonprofit ministries. They were trying to figure out how to live stream when the world shut down because a lot of them weren't doing it. And they were trying to figure out how I can go live at a certain time without being there. And the only platform I could recommend to them was OneStream because it was the only platform that I knew that allowed me to put a date and a time and upload the video. Use this platform. And that's how I was like an affiliate for OneStream, is because I was using it. I was providing a tutorial for it and they were like, okay, I need that. So they clicked buy and um yeah, affiliate. And I was like, okay, ching, ching, ching. This is how it's supposed to work. I need traffic to be a good affiliate marketer.
And it's that simple. Um, and so anybody watching tonight will, there's no, and I love the fact that a little bit like you, I looked at all of these things on an affiliate thing, and then I've just parked it to one side for now because, as I said to you before, sure, the timing hasn't been right for me, and more conscious of focusing on the other stuff. But it's so we've got a viewer on VM Live Media Production. Awesome topic, just joined. You are most welcome. Let us know where you are from. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Big Joe Show, and we're coming towards the end. In fact, I've got two more questions for the great Monty Weaver joining us tonight. Collaborations and joint venture partnerships. How important about finding the right ones, Monty?
Love it. Absolutely love it. Finding people that are in the same space. I literally like doing these and just having conversations with other like techies, other live streamers, and they'll go live on their channel. I'll go live on my channel, and we'll pick a different day so that our audience can meet both of us. So it's pretty fun to work with other people and collab with them. whenever I go to events, being able to get that contact information. And what's cool is these people become like your actual real friends. So I'm in a mastermind with some people that I met just from collaborating years ago. And especially letting them talk about their expertise. So I remember going down to Podfest in Orlando, Florida, 2022, and people were like, "Hey, I'd love to have you on a show. I saw your video." And I'm like, "That's all it is these days." Like, and so that's the market. And it's like, I put out a video, they saw my video. Hey, let's do something together. So yeah, we'll jump on video and we'll kind of talk. And so that's how I kind of keep it comfortable for me. Kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, it makes it easier for me to show up because, oh, we're just going to talk. We're just, having a conversation about things we like, or, sometimes we'll go off the rails and just talk about family and stuff like that, or whatever it is. But the conversation people are tuned in for. But and one, it makes it easier to do this not solo all the time. How many times have we shown up and looked at the camera and just be like, "Oh, here we go again. I'm gonna mess up on my words. I don't know what to say." But if I'm having a conversation and I can see you, it's way easier to create content by using collaborations.
Yeah. Listen, I'm glad that ChatGPT Plus has got an AI voice friend. So I've got a friend that doesn't argue back with me now. So that's very good. Very final question, Monty. Why is OneStream Live so powerful as both an organization and from an affiliate model? Why are they really so powerful? And they are. So what, for your view?
Yeah, it's a tool that works and I can rely on it. When I'm looking for software, specifically software, I need something that's going to work. So I need to be able to click buttons. I need it to come through in the clutch, like they say, for any of my sports heads out there. Um, and one of the things I really OneStream is customer support. I used to over I used to be overrating on customer support. I'm like, okay, so but now that I get a lot of questions that I need to give back to my audience members too, or I may not be in a position to answer them, and I'll send them to customer support, and I don't take it lightly anymore. So I need the customer support to be available, to be knowledgeable. Some of these things that we kind of take for granted, but the more and more and more and more you do this, there's certain companies that I've worked with where I know the customer support is top notch. And so that's one of the ones for me. So yeah, your software's got to work, but I also need to be able to rely on you if I have a question. And I think one of the things we were kind of talking about early on is just feedback. Hey, is there something that we can do to enhance the platform that we're already using, make it a little bit better, a little bit more user friendly? And the fact that they actually listen to the feedback is awesome as well. So the more, as users that we use these different platforms, get in touch with the companies, let them know who you are, make a YouTube video saying, "Hey, I like this about your software," or "I don't like this about your software." I've had companies reach out to me and say, "We saw your video, we're here to help." I'm like, it's like, don't bash the companies, but just say, "Hey, this is not working. I don't like it." And companies are really responsive these days because they see that us as creators, we carry a lot of weight. And so if we say something, people are going to listen. So it's pretty awesome to see the growth of OneStream since 2016 timeframe when I started jumping on. I mean, we're a lot of years past 2016, and to kind of see where they were and where they're at right now was pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And 25% on the affiliate model, recurring for as long as a client. I mean, that's pretty powerful, mate, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I like reoccurring affiliate commissions.
It keeps you in the film star manner you've become accustomed to, I understand. Listen, Monty, we've just actually, there we go. Just to go, people will think that we've done this. I would like to collaborate on Strive Live. As soon as I come off, my good friend, I will be sending you a message.
Did audio go out for you, Joe?
You got me? Yeah. Yeah, no, we're still here. Let me just have a look at that audio. Yeah, we are still good. We're still good. Can you not hear me? Yeah, no, I'm still here, lads. Still here. Hey, those gremlins we spoke about before. If you're watching and you can hear me speaking, then send us a quick message, lads and girls, wherever you are. So VM Live Media Production, we've just thrown that up. If you can hear me, let me know, because everything is showing in the studio that it is still okay. So I'm going to carry on that it is okay, because nothing's coming back through to me that it isn't at the moment. Monty, I'm hoping that you might be able to sort of pick this back up again. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a is live now. So that's a little bit behind there. No, listen, guys. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Somebody's going to tell us. I can hear you, Joe. Yay! See, there we go. Sorry, Monty. Yeah, we're good. So here we go. I'm going to stick that up so Monty can see that too. VM Live Media Production. Thanks, Kidda. Really appreciate it. I'll reach out to you after the show and we will have a chat. I think it might be Monty that can't hear me. Anyway, listen, I just want to thank Monty on behalf of everybody, Monty Weaver, for coming on from Virginia in the States. Incredibly busy man, incredibly successful in the affiliate business. And go and check him out. His stuff is absolutely amazing. And please go and watch him doing the scooter that he got. And it's just brilliant. He's just a natural at what he does. So, Monty, we'd like to really thank you for that. Before we wrap up, remember this: the future for affiliate marketing belongs to those who dare to innovate, to keep on learning. Every live stream you host, every story that you share, every partnership that you nurture, and sometimes it can take time. So the live streams you host, the stories you tell and share, the partnerships that you nurture, they unlock new levels of success. The affiliates come in time when people know you, like you, trust you. And the things that you're promoting, the things that you're using, as Monty said, even the plants in the background there. So it's not just for you, it's for your entire community. Build your network, build your community, get your message out there, and the affiliates will come from that. Monty's wisdom tonight really is it's a proven roadmap. Take action, experiment boldly. Don't settle for average results, but don't be afraid of it neither. If you're ready to elevate your brand and to build a thriving, engaged community, then there really is no better now. So hit the subscribe button. You can join for free to start with, and then we'll do the next things for you. Okay. Next week on part 4, our final part of Affiliate Marketing Unleashed, I'll be looking at creating community and collaboration. Sounds effective. Sounds really, really fancy. Simply build a loyal following. Until then, Monty Weaver, thank you.
Thank you for having me, Joe.
Your absolute pleasure, my friend. Everybody out there, stay safe. Remember the critical things in life, and that is that you breathe, your family, your friends. Sharing is caring, especially when it comes to an affiliate commission involved. So take care and sign up soon. We'll see you next week. This is the Big Joe Show. Take care now.
Did you know that over 80% of internet traffic is video content? So if your brand isn't using video marketing, you're already falling behind. Short-form videos are ruling social media. Live streaming is driving real-time engagement. AI-powered video personalization is changing the game. Video isn't the future, it's now. Why does video marketing matter in 2025? Boosts engagement. People retain 95% of a message in a video versus 10% in text. Skyrockets conversions. Videos on landing pages increase conversions by 80%. Dominates social media. Platforms prioritize video content, pushing your brand to the top. If you want to grow, connect, and sell more in 2025, video marketing isn't optional, it's essential. Start now. Start with video. Start with OneStream Live. What's your video strategy for 2025? Drop us a comment below.